Hi, welcome back to Toni Summers Tarot. I'm Toni and I'm back again with another pick a card. This week we're going to look at encouraging messages from your past on loved ones and ancestors. We're going to use our intuition to pick a card to choose a message from our deceased loved ones. So let's begin by creating a sacred container. We are going to welcome in and invite our higher selves. Please join us at the table, as well as calling upon Christed consciousness to please join us. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space. And we disinvite and we disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness. And now we set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite here now and we welcome our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, guardians of the four corners, Mother of the earth, Father of the sky, and sacred ones. We call upon you. We welcome you here now. We ask you to please be present with us and please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you so much. All right, so let's look at our piles and so that we can tap into our intuition and receive these messages from our deceased loved ones and ancestors. So let's look at our piles. So pile 1, we have a piece of fire quartz. Pile 1. Pile 2, we have this beautiful double pointed piece of tourmalated quartz. Tourmalated quartz. And pile 2. And pile 3, we have this nice big piece. It's an arrowhead basically of Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli. All right. So you're going to, if you would like to, hit pause, take a couple deep breaths. Really center, focus yourself, go into your heart, take a deep breath, take another deep breath once you're in your heart. Center and focus yourself and take a third deep breath and consciously come forward. And then unpause and let's look at this again. So I'll give you all a moment to hit pause. Okay, now let's look again. Pile 1 is the fire quartz. Pile 2, the tourmalated quartz. And pile 3, the lapis lazuli. All right, so whichever pile calls to you, the links to the piles are in the description below and in the comments, so just follow the links and I'll see you at your message. Welcome back, pile 1. If you chose this fire quartz, which I just love because I'm a Sagittarius, so I adore the fire quartz. Let's look at your messages from your deceased loved ones and ancestors. So card number 1 is the card to represent the person you loved who has passed on. I mean, pile 1, look what you got. You have Mother Mary, Mary, Jesus's mother. She represents love and peace, and her message to you is to let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So this is a very, very special card, pile 1. So this person could literally be, for some of you, you've lost your mother. This is your mother showing up, or it could be a mother figure, okay? It could be someone you thought of as a mother, a friend, a friend's mother, or even just a person who treated you as a mother. It could also be a grandmother or, an aunt, somebody who is older than you in your family line that you were close to, a great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother. It could be one of them coming through, but more than likely, this is a mother or a grandmother coming through. It doesn't necessarily have to be your first grandmother. It could be great-great-grandmother, 5 times great-grandmother, but one of your mother or your grandmothers is most likely coming through. Her message directly to you says it is time to let go of conflict or the need to be right. The more that you fight for the point that you want to prove, the unhappier you will be. Pointing out mistakes or mishaps of others just blocks the road into your own life. And so she's asking you to forgive. And forgiveness is not about letting anyone get away with their bad choices, but about choosing to create your own happiness, okay? She also brings healing to you, especially if you have issues with your own mother or you have issues with, you know, mother energy, okay? She's here to help you heal these old traumas and to bring light to the darkness where it is most needed. So, the person that this reading is coming to you from is either your mother or one of your grandmothers, and she is here to ask you to let go of conflict and to allow the situation to be healed. Okay. Okay. So the next card is looking back on your life. When we ask your Mother Mary, looking back on your life, how do you see it? Now, this is a very, very interesting card to get to this position. This is the Five of Air or the Five of Swords. I like to call this card the cutting off your nose to spite your face. Okay, so you won, but what did you have to lose in order to win? Okay, and so as it even says here at the bottom of this card, it says mistakes, melodrama, and reassessment. And so when she looks back on her life, she realizes she may have cut off her nose a few times despite her face. She may have won a few victories, but she lost the bigger war, okay? And looking back, she realizes that she maybe created a lot of drama, a lot of melodrama that was unnecessary, that because she needed to be right. Because you remember the message at the beginning that she says here, it says, let go of the need to be right. Well, this is exactly what this card is, the need to be right. Yes, you win, but you lose at the same time when you need to be right. And so looking back on her life, how does she see it? She said that she was very stubborn. She made a lot of mistakes. She caused a lot of unnecessary drama because she refused to let go of the need to be right. And she wishes that instead of being so worried with being right, she wishes she would have just taken the lemons and turned them into lemonade and just reassess the situation and let go, okay? She wishes that, in fact, she had chosen peace, okay? All right, so the next question we ask Mother Mary here says, a lesson that you would like to share. This is such a beautiful card. Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands. You know, it says here speed, activity, and multitasking. But what this is they're telling you life, you know, it says something, a lesson that you would like to share. Life comes at you fast, okay? And so understand that you're going to have to choose your priorities, and you're going to have to choose what, you know, where your energy goes, where your thoughts go, your energies flow, right? And so that's what she wants you to choose, is to choose love and peace instead of over the need to be right. Because when you are choosing the need to be right, you see how she's sitting here with her arms crossed. The energy is not moving. It's very stagnant, okay? When you choose love and peace, when you choose letting go of the need to be right, the energy can flow again. And that's the message here. In order for you to move ahead, to get further in life, it's less about sitting here and demanding everybody say, yes, yes, you're correct, but more being accepting, choosing love over being right. You know, choosing happiness over being right, choosing peace over being right. You know, like I saw so many people fall apart. Families literally fall apart. Mothers lose their children. Fathers and daughters separate during the 2020 elections over politics here in the United States, you know? And it's silly to me that we would choose being right over being loved, choosing our side being the right side over peace and our family, choosing our family first. And so that's what she's asking you. The message here is, you know, a lesson that she would like to share is when you uncross your arm and you choose love and you choose peace and you let go of the need to be right, the energy opens up and it flows towards you, okay? And so, you know, choose to be open-minded, okay? And then it says something that you wish you had paid more attention to. And speaking of being open-minded, Mary says, you have the Star here, inspiration, fulfillment, and faith. This is the card of expansive thinking that leads to healing, and that's the thing. She wishes that she had been more open-minded. She wishes she had more expansive thinking, had gone with the flow here more. You see how they're pouring the water from the vessels there. The water's flowing easily with no hindrance. And that's a message that your mother, grandmother, mother figure wants to say, you know, something that she wishes she paid more attention to was choosing to be more open-minded, choosing to see other people's point of view, choosing to see that they are right as well, and just going with the flow, okay? And the final message to you, Pile 1, it says, a message that she would like to give you. So message to you from your mother figure, your grandmother figure is, there is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. Life is short, it is true, but it's even shorter from a heavenly vantage point, where the entire human lifespan seems to pass more quickly than the blink of an eye. So I'm happy to be with you for the rest of your life because I love you. And because time here is in abundance. We don't measure time as you do because time is a figment of your physical world. On earth, it is used to compare past, present, and the future. Where I am, only the present exists for all of eternity. And my love, my care for you is also timeless and eternal. And so the message is that, she can be in all places at all times because there is no time there in heaven. So she's always there with you. And so whenever you are feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit like the energy isn't moving forward, and like maybe you're having a hard time seeing someone else's point of view, she asks you to know that, first of all, this is just a brief moment. This is just a minor blip on the radar when it comes to the reality of your life. And so just choose to sit and be with this moment. Ask her to call upon her, help her, ask her to give you, it's really interesting looking at this picture. You've got this beautiful rainbow, you've got the sandal, but with a rose in it. The rose is the symbol of love, the sandal is the symbol of time. And so she's saying, I love you, so I've got all the time in the world for you to help you understand all the different spectrums there are to see, to understand this whole world, to see all the different points of views. I've got all the time in the world to help you. See how she's even bringing you these roses of love, and all these pictures, she's bringing you these roses. And so that's the message here. She's asking to give more love, to choose peace time and time again, to allow yourself to open up to different spectrums, to different points of view, and to allow yourself and your mind to expand in their thinking. And as you do, any place where you've been stuck is going to open up, and then you're going to get moving very quickly. Okay? All right, pile one, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you again, you stay very happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Love you, pile one. Welcome back, pile two. If you chose this double pointed piece of tourmalated quartz, how gorgeous is this? Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Let's look at your messages from your passed on loved ones. We are going today to be looking at the Keepers of the Light oracles, the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, and Talking to Heaven oracle. Okay. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Here we go. So card one, the card to represent your loved one who has passed away, pile two. Look at this beautiful, beautiful. She's actually the one on the front cover of the deck. The Holy Amethyst, she represents divine alchemy, and her message is move beyond the current challenges and focus on what you desire. So this is the thing. This is more than likely a feminine energy, okay? So she could have been a mother, a sister, a best friend, an aunt and cousin, someone you knew, a feminine energy. Could have been a female ancestor of yours. The thing is, it's about the amethyst popping up here. She was somebody who probably loved the color purple. In fact, the color purple may have been her favorite color, may have been her, the story, the color purple could have been her favorite book or her favorite movie. Okay. This is the angel here, the Holy Amethyst. She is one of the twin flames of one of the archangels. The archangel is Ezekiel. And so she is the angel who would help us transmute negative experiences into lessons of love and learning. And so maybe if you knew somebody, that you loved, a female that passed on, or a member of your family, even an ancestor you've heard of, maybe you never met, but you knew that she was the one that people would go to get wisdom and comfort, especially, life advice and comfort. She was somebody who really wanted you to help you learn your lessons, wasn't just there to tell you what to do, but to help you understand your path. That's probably who this person is. And her message to you is that you are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and to make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a real need for clearing out, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically as well. There's a sense that you are moving beyond challenges and you are forging golden opportunities from stagnant or unhappy experiences. So she's here to let you know this is about she's really supporting you. This is your ancestor or loved one who's passed on. As I said, she could have really been into the color purple, but either way, or she could have been somebody, because it says divine alchemy. She could have been somebody who was into things such as witchcraft, tarot, crystals, this kind of lifestyle. She could have been into spirituality, or even, it says divine. She could have even been a preacher or somebody who studied, any kind of spirituality. Okay. But she wants to let you know that right now, as you're going through challenges in your life, she's here to help support you, to help you move past those challenges and to focus, instead of focusing on the challenges, to help you focus in on what you truly desire. So she wants to let you know that you are not walking alone through these challenges. Okay. So the first card from her is the Ace of Earth, and the card says, looking back on your life, Holy Amethyst, how do you see this? I love this. The Ace of Earth, this is the Ace of Pentacles. It says down here, abundance, opportunity, and resources. This is probably somebody who was a natural born entrepreneur. Okay. They were always seeking new opportunities. They were always seeking their own abundance, their own prosperity, their own wealth. They were always creating wealth. She was probably somebody who was naturally gifted with business and things such as that. She probably had a mind for it. Or otherwise, if not business, she was somebody who was very talented in creating her own wealth, her own fortune. She was a self-made success, as some might say. But it's interesting, you see that heart right there in her center. She did it all while wearing her heart right out there for everybody to see. She was very open and loving and giving, okay? But also it felt like she was somebody who was very affluent and always seeking her own abundance. And so, it says, looking back on your life, how do you see it? She's somebody who took every opportunity that was given her. She used her resources that were given to her to the best of her ability to create a lifetime of abundance. And so I just really, really love the energy of whoever this person is that we're speaking to. She was very, very affluent and abundant for herself. And affluent doesn't always mean rich. She could have been affluent in just having everything she needed. And she was just very satisfied with her life. Okay. Okay. So the third card says a lesson that she would like to share. So here we have transformation. And normally this is what we call the Tower card, but in this deck, it is called the transformation. And if you look, it says realization, life change, and liberation. And so this really goes right back to, it says, move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. Even look at that amethyst color surrounding. Oh my gosh, wait till you see the next card. There's a lot of amethyst in this reading. But the message here that, a lesson that she would like to share is that, sometimes life is going to knock you down, but that's not your story. Your story isn't what knocked you down. Your story is, how did you get back up? How did you move beyond your current challenges? How did you shift your perspective from focusing on the challenges to focusing on what you desire? How did you allow those challenges to transform you? How did you allow those life changes to liberate you? Okay. And so this is a lesson that she would like to share, because she really leaned into these life challenges and she allowed them to change her and liberate her and set herself free of limiting thoughts. She was one of those people who, there's two types of people when it comes to fear. There's people who sit and they're afraid and the fear stops them from moving forward. And then there's people like, Daniel in the Bible. He was Daniel in the lion den. He walked right up to the lion and put his head in the mouth of the lion and showed no fear. So what is your lion? What are you afraid of? How do you overcome that fear? Walk right up to the lion and put your head in its mouth. Don't be afraid. Show the lion that you're not afraid, and it will give you nothing to be afraid of. That's the message here. Don't be afraid of the changes. Allow life's changes to transform you and set you free. Focus on your desires, not on the challenges. Okay. And the next message from her says, something you wish you'd paid more attention to. Again, look at the amethyst. Like I said, this lady was definitely somebody who loved the color purple, okay? The Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. She's brilliant, experienced, and humorous. First of all, this is a lady who had probably a very good sense of humor. Not only was she somebody who used every opportunity and resource given to her to create her own abundance, to change her own life, to liberate herself, move beyond her challenges. But here's the deal about her. She was also somebody who was very clear about who she was, what she wanted. She trusted her own life experience. She trusted her own talents and unique skill set to lead herself. And as such, she was able to really be abundant and affluent. Like I said, she may have started out, it feels like she may have even started out kind of with the cards stacked against her. This is the ace, this is the beginning, but no, that didn't hold her down. She definitely, she took all the time she needed and she followed the guidance that was given to her, and she was able to, really rise up to the occasion and fulfill herself. And so it says, something you wish you paid more attention to. Okay, now that I'm done describing her here. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is about, she pays attention to the details, okay? She's the one who is the queen of not just knowing herself, but being very, very aware of everything happening around her and knowing what's in her best interest. And so that's something that she wishes she had paid more attention to, is the details. It's even interesting, look how much they even, like their outfits even look alike. Like, look at her chest, her sword and her chest plate piece, how much they look alike. Oh, wow. The thing that she wishes she'd paid more attention to is just kind of the details. She was able to liberate herself from these things that knocked her down. She was able to take what opportunities she had and create abundance and really use her brilliance to escape her life. But she wishes that when it came to her rise to fame, that the Queen of Air is about really focusing on the details. Really and truly, this is Virgo. She is the one who is very detail oriented, and so it feels like she may have got lucky sometimes, but I think she feels like she could have gotten further. She could have succeeded even more if she had just paid attention to, it's not even the details, it's more of the people who were wiser and older than her giving her advice. She felt like, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm doing. I know me. I'm brilliant. I'm experienced. I trust my own counsel. And so sometimes she wishes she had taken others' advice. She wishes she had taken others' counsel and not just leaned on her own strength and intelligence, okay? And the last message to you from her is, you are never alone. I am here, right here with you now. I'm standing right beside you. Heaven isn't up in the sky. It's another dimension and a frequency level, parallel with the earthly physical plane. And so what she's trying to say, and I completely believe this, God gave you free will so you could create heaven on this earth. You use what gift that he gave you to create love and harmony. Most people don't choose heaven on earth. Most of us create hell, okay? We just kind of live absentmindedly and we let life happen to us. But the thing is when we say create heaven on earth, that's because it's true. Heaven is right here on earth. When you die, you don't leave. You're still here. You're just on the other side of the veil, and you're where everything is perfect. This has always been a perfect place. You just can't see it because you have a veil over your eyes. Once the veil is lifted, you will actually see the perfection of this planet that we live upon, and you'll understand that everybody you ever loved has never left you, okay? And so that's what they mean to say, you are never alone. Every moment of every day, you are accompanied by powerful and loving guardian angels who watch over you from their dimension. They interact with your physical experience to help bring your divine spirit into the earth plane. Without spirit, the physical world would wither, because spirit is the life force energy of everything and everyone. The angels and guides, including me, who accompanying you are your heavenly entourage of loving supporters. You, like everyone, have access to heaven's help by acknowledging and attuning to this higher dimension. Meditation, music, walks in nature, creativity, and other gentle actions help you connect consciously with us. We are here. We are with you. And so that's the thing. She wants you to know that as you're facing challenges, you are not walking through this darkness alone, that you are surrounded by angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. Ask for their help, that your loved ones have not left you. And I know, especially when you lose a loved one, when they pass to the other side and they cross over, it feels like they're gone forever and you're never going to be able to speak to them again. But I promise you, they're not gone. She is not gone. She is right here with you. And she wants you to know you can achieve so much more than she could even achieve. Because here's the thing, she didn't realize this, but you do. You realize you're never alone. You have heavenly divine support and heavenly divine intelligence on your back. So if you ask for their help, they will give it to you and they will take you so much further than she was ever able to go. And that's what she wants you to know, that there is a radical life change that's going to lead to liberation, a transformation that she wants you to know that she's here helping you, support, guiding you through. And on the other side of this, it's going to be even bigger than you think. Okay. All right, pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all come on back next time. Until I see you again, you stay very happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Love you so much, pile 2. Bye. Welcome back, pile 3. If you chose this beautiful piece of Lapis Lazuli, my husband actually got this for me in Afghanistan. It's very special to me. Let's see what is in your pile. All right. So the first card is the card to represent the person who has passed on. What's very funny is that every time I would pick the book up to read for the other 2 piles, this particular person, the book kept opening to this person. So I think it's very funny that you would get a pile 3. You've got Kutumi. This is so this person more than likely is a masculine energy. Okay, could have been a father, a grandfather, an uncle, or a friend, or someone you knew and loved who was masculine. Could have been somebody who had darker hair, darker skin, or even lighter eyes. Okay. Also a few other things I see that jump out here. I see the symbol for Buddha, so they could have been Buddhist. I also see the Ankh, and I see the Merkaba. So this is somebody who could have been very spiritual, or even into Hinduism. You see the snake biting its tail there. I can't remember the word for that. It's on the tip of my head, tongue, I should say. Either way, this person is most likely, your loved one, was a male, masculine. Probably someone with dark hair, maybe dark skin, possibly dark eyes. This is very specific, maybe not. I'm just trying to help you out. It doesn't look like this person is too old. They could have not necessarily died very old. They might have. If they were your father, they might have. So when he's showing up as a younger version of himself, okay? But Kutumi, this is the card of the Cloak of Wisdom. It says you already have the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Also, for some of you, this relative could have been somebody from India, okay? Because Kutumi actually was a well-dressed Indian man who is said to have had a golden aura, okay? His ideas were brought to the world in the 19th century by the teacher Madame Blavatsky. And either way, it's said that he was someone who had a very deep personal connection to God. So this is somebody who probably had a very deep personal connection to God. Also, the color gold there. This could have been somebody who was either spiritually rich or actually abundantly rich here on earth. Okay. The message from Kutumi or from your loved one who's passed on to you is this: knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are in a real cloak of wisdom right now. You have been on a wandering path trying to find answers through study and the insights of others, but now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing, the light has come and it's shining on you. Your soul is saying yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. Oh, and this is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. So this is, like I said, a masculine figure, your loved one or ancestor, father, grandfather, uncle, cousin, friend, or lover. Could have been dark hair, dark eye, skin, light eyes, maybe. And possibly young when they pass, not necessarily, just possibly. Okay, so let's look at the tarot cards. We're going to look at the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. The first card today says, looking back on your life, how do you see it? I love that one so much. The Queen of Earth. It says, what does that say? Gracious, practical, and capable. Look at her hand on her hip. Honey. Oh, yeah. Got that energy going on. So listen, this is somebody who was very loving, very kind. Again, there is that beautiful golden light, that golden aura. You know, we talk about Queen of Earth, we're talking about the Queen of Pentacles, right? So this is somebody who, again, could have been, they may have worked with money, it may have been in finance of some sort, or could have just been somebody who was very good with money, okay? Took care of their needs, took care of their family. Like I said, this comes across as a father figure. So looking back on their life, there's somebody who was very caring, very practical, really took care of their family, took care of others, they took care of their needs, they made sure everybody's needs were met, including their own. They, like I said, there's this sense of abundance, luxury, and wealth a little bit around them, okay? They enjoyed, it looks like maybe even the nicer things in life. So card number 3, a lesson that they would like to share with you. I love that for you. The King of Water, the King of Cups. What does it say? Compassionate, understanding, and trustworthy. A lesson that they would like to share is to give people compassion and to give people the benefit of the doubt and to lead with your heart, okay? So the King of Hearts, the King of Cups here, is someone who leads with his heart. You know, he puts his heart first. He doesn't always put logic ahead of his heart. He knows what his heart wants, and he always goes after what his heart wants. And so they're asking you, you know, a lesson that they would like to share is to practice compassion, not just for others, but for yourself. To give your others and yourself a lot of grace, and to really be somebody to be upworthy, respectable, and trustworthy. The more upstanding and trustworthy you are, the more passionate and graceful you are. You know, and even here, it even says gracious right there. The more compassionate and graceful you are, the more grace you give, the more wisdom you will earn, and the more wisdom people will give you respect for. Okay, because remember, the thing about riches and wealth is not always about the tangible. Sometimes wealth is about a lot more. You can have a wealth of wisdom, a wealth of love, a wealth of understanding, a wealth of peace, a wealth of compassion. And that's the message he really would like to share with you, is that there's more than one way to get rich, and that wisdom can lead to riches and abundance as well, and because you already know the answers that you seek. So trust what you know. Trust yourself. In fact, that's a lot of what this is. King of Hearts, know thyself, trust thyself. Okay? Last tarot card for you is something that you wish that you had paid more attention to. They wish they had paid, look at that. The Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords, you see it says inspiration, communication, and what does that say? Adjustments? Yes, adjustments. They wish that they had paid more attention to their divine inspiration. You know, again, like I said, this is somebody who really was leading with their heart, right? This is somebody who trusted their heart and allowed themselves to be heart-led, heart-focused. And there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes when you're listening to your heart, which don't get me wrong, your heart is your connection to the divine, to the, you know, divine source and all that. But if you're not, you know, if you're letting your heart lead you so much that you're not letting logic step in, you can't decide which is divine inspiration and which is your ego. Okay? And so that's the problem. You weren't always able to hear divine inspiration. You weren't always able to communicate. They weren't always able to communicate and follow the divine inspiration they were given, and they wish they had paid more attention to that, because even though their life turned out pretty good, they had a pretty good life, the king and queen here, you know, they had a lot of love, a lot of wealth, they realized that they probably could have even gone further, and with the wisdom that they could have received through this divine inspiration if they had been open to receiving the communication. And so the message there for you is to please don't cut off your connection to source, but to really come to source every day, be willing to receive whatever information you need to, okay? And so the very last card for you, pile 3, coming from the Talking to Heaven Oracle cards, a message that they would like to give to you. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. Without the human body, I am free and I have amazing new abilities. I can travel to any place and try that again. I can travel to any place and almost any dimension with just a thought. It's like living one of those flying dreams that you and I discussed. So I can be with you as often as you need me, and it won't hold back my spiritual growth. If you need my or you miss my presence, just say the word and I will be there by your side instantly. Although I'm not technically an angel because I still have my human ego to deal with and to learn about, I am like an angel to you. I will do my best to protect you always, and you can count upon me continuing my love. So the message here is, you know, especially for those of us who, you know, maybe you've lost a father or a father figure, and this person, maybe their soul has a lot to learn on the other side, and they've got a lot of soul growth to do here on the other side. Okay. And so, you know, as you're considering this, you don't necessarily always want to call on them. And that's the thing, they're trying to tell you, but I want to be here to give you wisdom. I want to be here to give you divine inspiration and to communicate with you. And so even if you see me as somebody who, maybe somebody who needs to do a lot of work, or maybe you just don't want to bother me, you're not. You're never a bother to me. In fact, I can be in so many places at once because now I'm not limited by this human form and time. You know, there is no time where they are. They can be everywhere at all places at all times, okay? And so they want you to know they are here to help you. They are here to give you inspiration, to communicate with you, to help, you know, cloak you in wisdom so that you can trust what you already know within you, because the answers you seek are already within you. You can trust your heart to help build a life that's good and gracious and kind and successful AF. Okay, and so what they want you to know is you don't have to build this life by yourself. Even though you do have all the answers you seek right here, you don't have to always carry that load by yourself. That they are 100% here. Just call on them and ask them to be with you, because they have never left you. Okay, all right, pile 3, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and come on back. Until next time I see you, you stay very happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. I love you so much, pile 3.